Damn Dunkin Wi-Fi don't work worth a shit. We got some coffee and some muffins and stuff. We ate earlier at the pub, but you know. For duty and humanity. I guess people like shorts and motorcycles, huh? Some bitch over $3 already. Damn, keep going, baby, keep going. Keep watching them shorts. Gotta get my coffee. See, I ordered it black, so I know it's gonna burn my fucking mouth. Ooh. Whoever's in the chat there, tap the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Normally I'd be out there on that bench right there, but it's too cold. Shit, it's just cold. All my biker friends by the club. All my biker friends were by the club. I had the Batmobile there. I showed you the Batmobile. That's why it's titled Crown Vic and Harley Davidson. Now this is Dunkin' Donuts. Wait. I got me a muffin and a jelly donut. I hope the jelly donut. Somebody double tap the screen that's here. You're not double tapping the screen. Hit the like, please. Hit the like. It's very easy. Just hit the like. Hit the like. Very easy. I won a couple $100 today, man, at on FanDuel after I lost 5 days in a row, which brought me ahead about $50. Oh, I thought you lost it. I did. You lost what? That motorcycle short's doing good, man. It's got like 3,500 views already. I'm not yelling at you, Donzoy, man. Just everybody comes in and they never hit the like. Like right now, only half the people have hit the like. Did you see my shorts I did? I did the shorts at the club after I won my sports bets. I hung it about an hour. About an hour after the game was over. I was dancing, old dudes yelling at me. I see 3. There should be 4. God damn it. This is not good. I got jelly falling out of my donut. I think it went on my fucking shirt. I hope people don't look at my shirt and think I was eating a bloody pussy. Why did I order the messy shit, man? Knowing that I'm going to be sitting in a fucking car, and I could have ordered a regular old-fashioned donut or something. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is cool. Yeah. The jelly donuts in the club were dripping too, Mike. Man, people like that biker video, man. Right? Maybe they like the Crown Vic. I don't know. Well, Thailand now has, hey, peace sign, USA, what's up? Yeah, that's where I just came from. I just came from the pub. That's the neighborhood pub, but on Fridays and Saturdays, they have a DJ. And on Tuesdays, they have karaoke. God damn it. I'm fucking my Thailand shirt all up, man. I'm spilling jelly all over the floor. Now I'm gonna have to go buy one of those stain sticks or something. Yeah. Yeah, they'd love that. Hey, did you do yoga videos? Maximus, what's up? Yeah, they still sell them, I think. I don't know. I should have just got the regular fucking old-fashioned donut. Yeah. They got good drugs in Vietnam, man. I bet they did. I bet if you're giving them Baker's dozens and shit, I bet they loved you. I wonder how many thousand views that short's got now. It was at like 3,500, I think. In less than 20 minutes. That way, that means it hits the algorithm right away. Yeah, they're open 24 hours, but not inside. Just to drive through. Now the one in Munster, they got the inside open now. Usually I'd be sitting right there on that parking bench. You want to come rob me? I usually got about $5 in my pocket. Make sure you bring a gun. Yeah, I know. I wish I was right now. I got VA appointments coming up this week, auto appointments coming up. No, they don't do that shit no more. Peace sign Triangle USA. They get deliveries at night of the donuts now. At about 1 o'clock in the morning, a big truck. They don't bake the donuts here anymore. Yeah, but not anymore, Dunkin. They changed now. Now they have choking on a fucking donut. They have a truck that delivers donuts at about 1 a.m. They bake all the donuts up in Bedford Park. I'm not using either of them. I had the Dunkin' Donuts on, and it wouldn't even let me go live. I'm using my data. Oh, I bought another phone just like this. So when I do come back to Southeast, they knocked $100 off the price on Amazon. So when I come back to Southeast Asia, I can use the new phone for my USA phone and just use this one for Vietnam. Which means I can leave the banking phone and all that shit in my room. When I go out, I don't have to worry if they steal the phone. Oh well, they stole the phone. Because I also figured out this phone has dual SIMs, but you have to insert the SD card and then slide the SIM over the top of it sideways. So there's like two of them sideways in there. It's like a modified SIM. I mean, nobody would figure it out on their own. If I took it to Viettel, they would have never figured it out. It would say, where you go? But after doing my millions of hours of CBGB SIM card installation thing, no, I'm not using the same old excuse. I told you it's going in Monday. That would be nice. They don't throw those out anymore, man. You'll see if I'm live long enough. You'll see a big truck pull in here and they'll deliver the donuts. They used to bake them right at the Dunkin' Donuts. They don't do it anymore. CBGB. I got a gas leak. He went around me for some other guy. So I told him I'll bring it back Monday. I'm going to tell him I don't want you to put the shocks on until you find the gas leak. And if it's the tank, if the tank's like leaking at the seam, then I'm going to order the tank off of fucking Amazon or eBay. And then it's going to be longer, so you're going to be waiting for a while either way. There was a guy that made a video about that about a year ago. I checked it on YouTube. So what's your infatuation with Richard Speck? Is it because he, the one that got away was Filipino? I think her last name was Amora. Moonra or Amora or something like that. I gotta buy. Yeah, I understand, but the guy that I saw the video from, he walks from the bar straight down to the friggin' apartment building. "25-year-old. And the 27-year-old from the lot. That's the best one. There's spinners in that pub, but they're all chubby. Maybe I should title that short, Chubby American Spinners. I hope I didn't ruin this fucking shirt. Yeah, I know chubbies need love too. Right now there's two hot, like tiny little, like Indian from India. You know how they all own the Dunkin' Donuts? There's two little hotties working inside. Maybe I should do a Richard Speck, huh? Climb in through the drive-through window and take them back in the back room. No, that wasn't, that was, what was that happened in Chicago? There was a place they did that at too. Where the guy got into the place, was it a chicken place? And took all the people in the back and killed them all? It took them like forever to catch that fucking guy. Yeah, Brown's Chicken, Maximus remembers it. He locked them all in the cooler in the back room. Probably told the bitch, suck my dick before I kill you, or I'm gonna kill you. And he probably fucking sucked his dick and then he killed her anyway. Damn, Maximus up on all this shit, man. He knows the city and everything. I just remembered it happened at a fast food restaurant. Brown's Chicken. Brown's Chicken was the one that locked him in the cooler while the other guy was killing him and shit, man. Ah! See, I stopped getting cream in my coffee. Now when you get it, man, it's always too fucking hot, man. I gotta take the lid off. Damn. Eating fucking hard-ass donuts that were delivered yesterday at 1 o'clock in the morning. They got his DNA from half-eaten chicken. All I know is it took them forever. Forever. It was like 4 or 5 years before they even went after the dude and caught him, man. They said, we have no suspects. I remember it kept going on and on. I know it was at least over a year. I think it was more like 3 or 4 years before they finally got the fucking guy. Why would he eat a piece of fucking chicken when he's killing 6 fucking people for nothing? His DNA was not in the database. Well, I'll guarantee you my DNA is in the database because of the army, right? So I'm pretty sure the federal government knows everything about me. They know, let's see. He gets up in the morning, and he goes to the bathroom, takes a piss, and if his dick's hard, he grabs it and he jerks off for about a half an hour. Then he'll jump in the shower and wash off all the skeet from his legs, man, because he skeets all over his legs when he shoots his load. He has no control. It sprays everywhere, just like when he pisses, you know. And so then he jumps in the shower, and then after that, he'll go and brush his hair, and there'll be a bunch of wads of fucking fuzzy hair and a fucking brush that he's got to pull out so he can throw in the garbage. So then he goes and gets his coffee, and then when he's in Vietnam, then he goes and gets a massage, goes down to the juice man, gets lunch, comes back to the hotel, looks at Russian spinners. If he gets lucky with a backpacker, he'll help her out with her transportation and shit. If she'll give him a blowjob, right? If she won't, then she's out of luck. Then he'll go back to the massage parlor and tell the girl, "You come my room. You come my room. I will pay you money." I got lucky one time. The maid, I told her, "Come here." It was right when I was getting ready to leave. I said, "Come here." She says, "What?" I said, "You want to make extra money?" She says, "What?" I show her 1 million, and she knew what I was talking about. And she said, "Okay, I come back later." Right? Got me a BJ from the maid, man. She wasn't hot or nothing. She was probably 35, chubby. But I was horny, and when you're horny, you'll let anybody. I'd let Maximus suck it when I'm horny. Khmer Rouge. It's spelled with a fucking Khmer. There's an Indian dude. He works here. He's probably coming to pick his daughter up, the hottie that works inside. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I see old Noodles that he did a cancer Tora stream or something. He's bald headed right now. So what the fuck does David Boldo? Does he got cancer? I mean, I hope he's not faking that he's got cancer just to get money off YouTube. I don't think he'd do that. No, Mike, she was in her uniform, man. I love women with glasses and in uniform, man. If a female cop with glasses came up to here right now, even if she was chubby, I'd tell her, you want me to do you, baby? I'll do you good. Why do people like that motorcycle and that Crown Vic short so much, Mike? It must have just hit the algorithm right at the right time, right? People jumped on there and YouTube was throwing the short up at him, man. It must have been what happened, man, because I just walked out. I did 2 of them in the pub. The second one, when the owners talked, the new owner, he goes, stop showing off the ladies. I told him to say that. I said, say stop showing off the ladies. I said, I'm the homeless guru. I can do what the fuck I want, right? That one's only got about 30 views or something. But the one before it got like almost 1,000 until I made the motorcycle one when I left out. And then the motorcycle with the Crown Vic one, that got fucking like, man, I stopped to put $4 worth of gas in the car because, like I said, I can't fill it up because it leaks. And, well, not $4, 4 gallons. Because it leaks, I got it running now to keep it warm, right? But that's about the most I can put in it, like 4 to 6 gallons, man, and it leaks. I don't want fucking gasoline leaking on a hot fucking tailpipe. So I could turn into Krusty the Guru. What did I eat earlier? I'm trying to think of what the fuck I ate. What is your option of Vietnam band? What is my opinion of Vietnam band Blackpink? I don't know if he can. You know what? If it's that bad, Mike, I can order one off of. It's either eBay or Amazon's got one for like a couple $100. And then I need the evap anyway. The evap's like 40 something because when you put the gas in, the fucking thing's always shutting off because the evap's blocked up. So I can order the if he's gonna do it, I might as well have him do it right, you know. Fix it right, put the new fucking tank on there, put the new evap on there. I don't know. I'm gonna have him look and see. It might just be leaking from the line because it's leaking on the passenger side, not on the where you put the gas in on the driver's side. It's leaking from the passenger side, like right behind the back passenger tire. So the only thing I can think of is that hose that comes down off of the tank. No, the closest Whole Foods is like out in, I think, what, Highland? And then there's one in South Chicago too. But yeah, so I mean, I could probably have them fix the tank, you know. But then what? You throw it back up there, it's all rusty, and next year I come back and it's rusty again. You know, fuck that. Just put a new tank on it. It's like what, 240, 230, something like that. Since he's gonna have to drop the tank anyway to fix it, it's gonna cost the same price for labor. Probably be cheaper for labor for him just to take it out and put a new tank in. A lot of them tanks won't fit, man. I had to keep checking for police package, man. And when he does it, I'll have him put new straps too, you know. But I don't want a gas leak. Because say I wanted to drive to Yuma. What do I do? Stop every mile and put fucking four gallons in? I'll tell you what's a deli that's a bargain is the Aldi's. Aldi's has deli meat. I haven't been there yet, but last year I went there. They got deli meat like salami and provolone cheese and shit. Yeah, but is there any hotties in there, CBGB? I go to Aldi's and I see all these young, poor-ass hotties walking around in there getting their groceries because they're poor and they ain't got no money. And then they see me pull out that big wad and they go, damn, I should try to hook up with him. Yes, there are 2 hotties. Well, I'm not driving way the fuck out the Highland just to get lunch meat, man. I ain't doing it. But I got Aldi's right down the street here, man. And they got good salami, and they got good provolone and Swiss, and they got Munster, and they got all that shit cheese. Deli sliced, man. Tomorrow, normally I go, you whip out a wad. Yeah, you know, my wad, man. When I pull out my passport wallet, people freak, man, how thick that motherfucker is, man. And it's not just the passport, man. You know, I showed you guys on that one stream. I'm not doing it again. I'm not bragging, man. That one stream, fucking Maximus kept saying, show us the receipts, show us the money, show us the money. And I pulled out and showed you how thick the fucking money was in my wallet. Just like my daughter and everybody you go, why do you carry so much fucking money on you all the time? Why, all the time you got fucking shit done. Why do you carry so much money on you? I go, what the fuck if I decide maybe tomorrow I might just get pissed off and want to drive to fucking Mexico, you know? What if I want to go to the fucking casino and buy it at the baccarat table for $5,000, you know? I mean, no, it's actually 8K. I usually carry a 5K stack because when I go to Vietnam, that's the most you can bring with you without them having to count it, right? But that night there at the train station, Maximus, it was actually 8K, man. I fucking counted 3 out and showed you what 3 looked like. I was sitting at the fucking, you hear this train coming now? That's one of those commuter trains now. I was sitting at the commuter train station and I going, he doesn't have any money. He's a broke-ass motherfucker. He's mad. He's mad. I was trying, man, what the fuck is wrong with PayPal, man? I was trying to send money into my PayPal account because with PayPal I get 5% back on food, right? Because you pick your category, right? And for some reason, it always makes me use my bank account, the actual ACH transfer. I tried to use the debit card to deposit in there, which I haven't linked. And it wouldn't let me do it because the other dude at the bar was showing me he's fucking within a couple seconds, boom, $10 was transferred. I told him I gotta wait 3 to 4 days. Look at CBGB, he can't even spell, he's always spelling it wrong. It's the hottest girls in Vegas shop at Whole Foods, Palucci. It's Palubi. It's with a U, Palubi. Yeah, I had people fucking, you know how to agitate you, Mike. Oh, you ain't got no money in that wallet. Show us. So I didn't show them all, but I pulled out well, actually I did pull out the big fucking stack, but I counted out like $3,000 and then I put it back together and put it back in my wallet. Because sometimes, like tonight, I might get done with this live stream and drive straight to the fucking Hard Rock and want to gamble. And if you go to gamble, man, you got to have money on you, man. I'm not going to ATM and taking out money from the fucking ATM and shit. That's jinxie. P-U-L-U-B-I. Palubi. Which means, well, I was checking out when I was waiting on my bets to come in today, too. Damn! The first bet of the day, man, I would have made an extra 100 and something, man. Fucking pissed me off, man. I had Detroit. I had Spencer Torkelson to get an RBI and 2 bases. I had Mize to get over 4 strikeouts. And I had that the first inning, there was going to be scored more than half a run. So 1 run in the first inning. Either team could have did it, right? Either team could have did it, right? Scored in the first inning. And I had that Detroit would be winning in the 5th inning. Not the whole game, just the 5th inning. And they were winning like 5-2 in the 5th inning. But I wake up and I look at the fucking bet, man, because that was an early game, right? and they didn't score the half a run, right? So that fucking killed my whole bet. I had 27 on that one too, right? So I redid the bet. I redid it, left the half a run off, left everything the same. Spencer Torkelson to get 2 bases, you know, like a 2 bags, you know, what do they call it? Yeah, 2 bases. You get 2 bases and RBI, and I had, which means if he hits a home run, he's got the 2 bases and RBI, which he did. He hit the home run, which fucking sealed the deal. That motherfucker paid me $111 for 16 because I rebet it. But imagine how much it would have paid me if I wouldn't have put that fucking half a run in the beginning of it, man. Fuck. I had to redo it. So then I went back and I picked the St. Louis Cardinals, and I picked Mason Wynn to get a hit. I had no pitching props on that one. I had Mason Wynn to get a hit. I had Burleson, whatever his name, Burleson, whatever the fuck his name is. I had him to get 2 bases and an RBI. And I had the Cardinals to be winning in the 5th inning. And that one there paid me like 130. So I hit 111, 130. So then I took out 240 or whatever, and I put the rest on. I had a free bet for basketball. I had, if I lost, they would give me the $10 a $10 bonus bet, right? So I couldn't lose no matter what. And Sacramento, or not Sacramento, but Golden State was losing. I said, fuck, I'm going to pick Golden State, and I'm going to pick that the big dude, Zenga, or whatever the fuck his name is, from Rockets, that he's not going to get 15.5 rebounds, which is 16, and he's not going to get 11.5 points, which is 12, right? And he had exactly 15 rebounds and 11, so I won by the hook on both of those. And that paid me another 57 bucks. So I came out after losing about 150 in the past 5 days. I came out, what, 50 some bucks, almost about 60 bucks ahead for the year. Because, man, I couldn't fucking pick a winner in the last 5 days. I couldn't pick shit, man. I was just betting 10, betting 10, betting 10, betting 10. Couldn't fucking win shit, man. But today, everything. I had 3 good winners with the cup. I love it when the cup shows, the gold cup shows up there. I didn't take any buyouts, none of that bullshit. I even told the guy sitting next to me that had the Golden State too, but he always puts like 3 or 4 prop bets with it, right? I only put 2. That big dude 28 from the Rockets wasn't gonna get 16 rebounds. And you know how I won that bet? He shot 2 free throws in the 4th quarter and missed both of them. If he'd have hit one of those, I would have lost that bet. So you see how lucky I was today? Out of 2 free throws, he missed both of them. If he would have made one of them, right? And then he got a rebound, but when he got the rebound, he was out of bounds, so it didn't count as a rebound. So if he'd have made that and landed in bounds, I'd have lost the bet on that too. So I was just lucky today, man. Sometimes it takes a little bit of luck, you know. But you don't put like, today I put 4 and 4. Usually I only do 3 like that basketball game. You know, Golden State to win it on him. And I usually pick one guy. Like I picked Torkelson for the Detroit to get RBI and the 2 bases. And I picked Burleson or whatever his name is. Brandon, whatever the fucking guy. Anyway, he got the double and drove in a run. He didn't get his with the home run. He got a double and he drove in a run. So I had RBI and 2 bases, right? So I got that, and I had, I didn't have Sonny Gray for pitcher. I had them only to the 5th inning. So I wasn't worried. After the 5th inning, I was locked in. I already had my money, man. So I wasn't worried if the other team came back and won or not. It didn't matter. Once it hits the 5th inning, if they're leading in the 5th, the game's, your bet's done. I like doing. Look at what the White Sox did today, man. You could have got $2 for every dollar you bet. They beat the Oakland Athletics like what, 10-2 or something like that, 11-2. I don't know. It was fucking outrageous. They were winning 7-1 when I looked. I said, what the fuck? But they don't have a bullpen. So they could be leading by 8 fucking runs and give up 8 fucking runs in the 8th inning. So you'd have to. The only way you can bet the White Sox this year is if you bet them the 5th inning. And if they're hitting, then you can make some money. I picked the stupid fucking Cubs in a 3-team parlay. I had the Mets, the Cubs. Who was it? I did the top 3 teams. I had the Mets, the Cubs, and was it the Rangers? I don't know. Anyway, the other 2 teams fucking won. And I like betting on Philadelphia. I should have just put Philadelphia. But the Cubs got their asses kicked by Philadelphia. I had the Mets, the Cubs, and who the fuck else did I have, man? Mets won, Cubs got their asses kicked, and I had another team in there. If that would have hit, that'd have been another $130 for $10, man. Usually, if you pick 3 chalks, like 3 teams that are supposed to win, you're only going to get like maybe at the most like 3 to 5 times your bet that you bet. But those other bets, I had 16 and 16 on them. And so they paid good, man. 130 and 111. That come out to 141 or 241 or whatever. Then you take the $80 that I invested, and you take that 250. Anyway, it came out to where if you take the $80, it's 150, right? But I had money left in there that I put on that Golden State game, and that won, so that's another 50. So our total for the day was 200. 200 up for the day. Because you got to count your losses, plus you got to count the money. I won what? 240? Was it 240? 240 or 2? What's 150 from 80? You put 80 on there? Yeah, 240 because I left the money in there. I had 240 something and I left $7 and something in there for that basketball parlay. I think I bet exactly $7 on. Or no, I left $12. I left 10. I bet 10 on it. I had a guy the other night. I stopped at the gas station at the corner here to get gas to put my fucking 3 gallons in. I had this fucking guy come running out. Sir, I didn't even know he was talking to me. He goes, sir. I go, what, you call me sir? He goes, sir, do you want me to clean your windows? I go, no, I don't need you to clean my windows. Even though they do need to be cleaned, man. They got, but they need to be cleaned on the inside. They got tobacco smoke shit fucking dripping down from the, right here, from the fucking, when I smoke and the window gets wet and it beads up, you get little fucking streaks and shit. See the special they got? Sweet spring drinks, and they got the Dunkin latte coming back. And you got White Castles right next to here. And then you got McDonald's across the street. And then you got Taco Bell over there, is open till 3 a.m. And then you got a gas station. Most of the gas stations, like that's the Speedway over there, right? But they didn't pay for the license to stay open. The city made it where they have to close at midnight because people were coming from Illinois and causing trouble. Yeah, I got nicotine stained windows, that's right. You know what I do, Maximus? I get my grandson whenever he owes me money. I tell him, come in here. I give him some paper towels and some Windex. I say, clean the fucking windows. I had him the other day. He came by with my fucking daughter. I said, why'd you bring her with you, man? And I had him spray the wax on top of the rain fly. No, I didn't. I had to fix truck tires when I was like 13, 14 to support myself. And then I started stealing and making LSD. And then I moved into South Chicago ghetto with 2 29-year-old welfare hoes that were using my dick and using my dick for both of them. They're passing me back and forth to feed me rice-a-roni to crawl across the plate and babysit their kids. And I said, fuck this, and that's when I joined the service, man. What's green sauce, man? I don't ever use any of their fucking sauce. If I go there, I get the cheesy bean and rice burritos. The most expensive thing I'll buy there is that Lux box. It's $5. That's why I still know how to make it, Maximus. You guys all know the answer to this. Why are you asking it again, man? It's the United States Army Military Police, man. How do you neutralize the ass smell out of the seats? I don't have any ass smell. I make sure my ass is clean. I don't even wear underwear. I can't have shit hanging on my ass, man, because it would go on my pants. I'd fuck up my pants, man, because I don't wear any underwear, man. That's why I hate it here, man. There's no bum guns. You got to wipe your ass 15. You go take a shit, you got to wipe your ass 15 fucking times. Unless I'm near the tent, then I'll go in the tent and I'll use wet wipes to wipe my ass with, man, so get all the shit off of it, man. Yeah, well, the $7 box is a little better because you get a chalupa. But the $5 box, you get a 5-layer burrito, a taco, cinnamon fucking Crispies, and a medium drink, man, for $5 plus tax. But usually I'll have a soda already, so I'll just go in there and order like a cheesy bean and rice burrito, and then I'll get what's that other one? The chicken enchilada taco or whatever the fuck it is. Those are pretty good. Chicken enchilada burrito. Those are pretty good. It gave me the shits one night though, because I don't think they cooked the chicken long enough. Tomorrow I was supposed to go because it's Sunday, right? Ooh. I was supposed to go to the corner Azteca and get tamales, man. But because I won those bets today when my old buddy, I didn't know his wife died, man. While I was gone, his wife died. He was like, she hit the lotto. She was rich, man. So now he's fucking rich. But she gave me like a $20 allowance to, like, he used to work at the Ford plant. She'll give him like enough money to drink like $20 worth of beer and get back and forth and buy his cigarettes. And then she'll go play scratch sauce and shit, because she hit the lotto, man, in Illinois, right? But I didn't know his wife died, but I found out about it. I said, I didn't want to bring it up. So I waited till he brought it up. I said, oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Because he was like all in on his wife, man. Thanks a lot, Mike. You going to bed this early? What the fuck? You got to work in the morning? Oh, that's right. You got to go to church. But you burst into flames when you walk in the door, right? The guys with the most hotties in Vegas never wipe. Yeah, you gotta wipe, man. You know, you gotta have it fresh and clean, man. Sometimes I stick my finger like halfway up in there with the shit paper, man, to make sure it's super clean, man. You know, I get way up inside there like somebody's trying to fuck me in the ass. I use the toilet paper like that and get it all cleaned out, you know. You don't want no dingleberries hanging, man. They do. And the first time I stayed there, I had a deal through Booking, Dungzoy, where it was like cheaper than ever than any of them. They gave me like a genius deal on it. They knocked it. It was like the first month was like $7.5 with breakfast included, man. And then after that, because after Tet hit, when I came back, they raised it up. She says, I can't do the 7.5 no more. I gotta charge you $9. She was charging me $9 million with no breakfast, man. I could have got the breakfast for $11 million. You know? So, but you know, Will was making fun of me. Oh, Phil, he gets the free breakfast. He's got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning. What does he do? He gets the hotel in the Chung and he gets free breakfast. You know? Yeah, sometimes you do. You got to go up to your wrist to make sure you got that fucker cleaned out good, Steve. Now, just, you know, get the toilet paper wipe and then take your middle finger and stick it in your ass like you're trying to finger fuck your ass and clean all that shit out, man. You got to make sure the toilet paper is absolutely clean, even when you're shoving your finger up in it. That way you have no skids, man. You don't get any skids. In Vietnam, it's easy, man. You take the bum gun, you ass blast your ass, and then you wipe it one time and you're done, man. No shit on the paper, nothing, man. United States people are so uncivilized. They walk around all day with little fucking little hoochie cadoodles of shit hanging off their ass, man. Because you know nobody wipes like me. I'll even take the goddamn wet wipe and stick it halfway up in my asshole and make sure there's nothing there, man. Because you know, sometimes you get them shits that break off and then you can't get the rest of it off, so you're sitting there wiping and wiping and wiping, and you get some more toilet paper and you wipe and you go, what the fuck? And you gotta wipe again. Yeah, I got in the tent, I bought those what's that fucking kitty fucking thing they make? Fisher Price. Those are the best wipes, Dungsoy. Fisher Price unscented wipes, man. You get like 79 or 80 of them for like $1.50 at the dollar store, man. It's my diet. Yeah, sometimes I'll have like a nice shit where like you get it and it just, the last part just slides right out. You know, you wipe one time and there's nothing there. It's like totally clean, you know. But most of the time, man, you got like a half a turd breaks off that you can't squeeze out. You just gotta sit there and dig in your ass for fucking. You gotta dig in your ass for 20 minutes to get it out, man. To make sure that you, especially if you don't wear underwear, right? You don't want brown skids in your jeans. So. You know, I could have stayed at the club. I could have stayed there, right? Instead of burning gas here. Or in Vietnam, man, I always turn it up like real high, and then if it's too strong, like it's digging for gold, like CBGB does. If it actually starts to hurt a little bit, I'll turn it back down to where it's just blasting as hard as it can, but it doesn't hurt. You know, that's the best. You got to be able to set them fuckers. They got that little knob on it. You can set it. You know. Well, I got my brother that's doing the shed this summer. We're gonna get that shed in there. I don't know if I should use the resin sheds that are cheaper, made out of resin with metal supports, or they got a wooden one for a couple thousand more that they build. They actually do the assembly of it. Because I don't want to sit there having to figure out where the fuck this screw goes or where the fuck that screw goes. You tuned into the D-NiniGuru live stream. Nah, Dungsoy, he's okay. Dungsoy's okay for the content. You know? Here, let me shut this car off for a minute. I'm burning all the fucking gas up. It's nice and toasty in here, man. Nice and toasty, but the cold, you can feel the cold air coming. Man, it was fucking cold today, man. Last night, man, I had icicles hanging from my balls, man. Today, it warmed up a little bit. Tomorrow it's actually going to be sunny and 65. So if I go to the casino tonight and hang out at the casino all night playing baccarat and video poker and shit, where you can't lose much if you play video poker, you might even win a little bit, right? I could stay there all night and drink free sodas and shit, and then in the morning go home. I could go sleep in the fucking tent instead of having to go fuck around with my brother. Oh, I told you I bought a new phone, right? I bought the new phone. The same one like this. They knocked $100 on Amazon. They knocked it down to $199. And I bought another case exactly like this one I got for this one. It was $225, but I got $6.99 back for using the Amazon card. So $225 minus 6 for like it's called the Nord 35G. The OnePlus Nord 30. See, I didn't figure out the dual SIM cards until I ordered the phone. Yeah, we get along, man. We're going Monday. We're going to the bank too because he took some money out of that fucking checking when he took that mortgage out on the house because my name's on it. He took a mortgage out to fix the roof, which he didn't have to because everybody in this neighborhood got a free roof from the hail damage, right? So he took the money. He took out more than what he had to. And he puts it in a fucking checking account. I said, well, that's my fucking money too. I said, put my name on it. So we put my name on the account last year, but then he transferred half of it into a savings. I go, well, fuck, we're going there this week. You're going to put my name on the savings or move it all back into the checking, man. Fuck that. we get along. How do you say like each other? I mean, the only reason we get along is because I don't fuck with him. I don't go in there and smoke in the house. You know, I don't like his dog. I don't like his dog. Like if I go sleep on the couch or something, you know, and the dog comes up and tries to jump on my feet or something, I'll kick the motherfucker. So I try to stay away so he doesn't get mad at me, man. If I don't make him mad at me, we get along, right? Do you understand what I'm saying, CBGB? It's like the Odd Couple. Because he went to SPED. He had SPED, special education. He won't fix a fucking thing. So I finally talked him into it. I said, we can get the nephew to do the back porch because got that big-ass fucking handicap ramp coming down that the stepdad had. And it's fucking rotting away and shit. I said, that makes the fucking property value drop, man. I said, let's have that shit tore out and have the fucking the nephew, which is not really a nephew, but it was my baby's mama's nephew. Have him come over and build a new like deck in the back, and then get that shed tore down, that Tondo shed, and put up another shed. I told him, I said, I'll pay for it. He goes, oh, you don't have to pay for it. I said, well, we'll split on it. What the fuck? No, he's good at doing that himself, man. Maybe he's putting peanut butter on his balls for the dog to lick off. I don't know, man. I don't fuck around with him. I don't. No, I think maybe he got a spoiled bottle of milk or something when he was younger, man. It ended up like he's not stupid, retarded stupid. He just has no common sense, man. And like, he's never been married. He doesn't have any kids, so I don't have to worry about my name being on the deed, but I'm going to get it put on there anyway. Because the state of Indiana says if anything happens to him, the house automatically goes to the sibling. Right? And since he's never been married, I have nothing to worry about, man. Even if he tried to will it to somebody else, it wouldn't matter because I'm the one that gets it. He's too cheap to go make a will anyway. No, he's got... like I said, I think they gave him a bottle of spoiled milk or something when he was younger. Affect his fucking head, man. He was in special ed, man. But I try to do with him like I do with all my subscribers, man. I try to get him to, like, understand, like, Will, you're not going to talk Will out of Charles Schwab. I said, why are you parking your money in a Bank of America account and having it transferred to Charles Schwab when you can just park it in Fidelity and you're going to earn like 2.5%, you know, which you're not earning at fucking Bank of America. And he doesn't have any money anyway, right? But Fidelity's good for taking money out to ATMs. PayPal, they're paying 4%, but don't use the bank. It's 4% bank because they use Synchrony Bank, and Synchrony Bank's in trouble, man, because they got a lawsuit against them, man. One time we got in a fight, CBGB, that's it. And I'm a dirty fighter. I waited till he was on the shitter and then I beat his ass, man. No. He saved my life, man. Yeah, you know, why would you park your money, Dungzoy? Why would you park it someplace that ain't paying any interest, man? No, he wasn't digging for gold. But we got in a fight, and I got on his back after I started beating his ass. I got on his back and put him in a chokehold because he's bigger than me. I'm 6 foot, and shit, he was probably 6'2" and 20 pounds over me when it happened because I'm younger than him, right? And I jumped on his back and got him in a chokehold where he couldn't do anything, man. Yeah, well, if you look at that one video where he made that about the Charles Schwab, there's comments of me and him going back and forth, and he's copy and pasting shit about Charles Schwab in there. So I went and copy and pasted the shit from fucking NerdWallet in there. You fight with the handicapped, he wasn't that bad back then, man. I mean, like, okay, the one line from the sinks in the basement that the washing machine goes to, he's got a brand new washer and dryer on it, he's not using. Okay, the one from the sink is plugged up that goes to the sewer, right? So you have to cut the cement up. I said, no, you don't. I said, you could take some PCV pipe, connect it to the drain on the sink, run it over to the main sewer with the elbow facing into the sewer, so that when the sink drains, it'll drain into the main sewer without and the pipe that's underneath the floor, fuck that, it doesn't matter, right? Because it's just a pipe under the floor after that. I mean, the pipe would be above the floor. It'd be a PCV pipe above the floor. It might not do building code or whatever, but at least it'll work. What the fuck? If I was to hit the Powerball, I would have him live in a hotel for a week or a month and gut that fucking house and redo the whole fucking house. Just for him. Because if I hit the Powerball, I'm not gonna stay. And on that other lot, I would build one of those, you know, those really tall, skinny buildings, Dung Doi in Vietnam. I'd have the contractors build a three-story apartment building with an elevator in it and put it on the other lot. Put one of those skinny fucking buildings there, like in Vietnam, with an elevator in it. Actually, I could do that, or I could just have the other house tore down and build a sixplex. Tell him you live in one unit and rent the rest of them out. Well, I could put my daughter in one, my grandson in the other, and then have them take care of the building and rent the other fucking apartments out. That would be a smart thing to do, since it's a double lot and it's a block away from the metro, man. A block away, which is going to be a high-speed train to Indianapolis. It's got the regular speed commuter train that goes all the way to South Bend, you know, through Gary, through Lake Station, through Michigan City, from Chicago, all the way to South Bend. And then the new rail they're building is going to take you high-speed all the way to Indianapolis. So people would love to rent in that neighborhood, man, you know? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't move them. I'd leave them here and make them suffer. I told baby's mama if I hit the lotto, she gets an envelope with $16 in it. And my grandson says, why $16? I say, that's $1 for every year through hell she put me through. I'll say that to her face too, CBGB. You know what she looks like when I tell her that, right? She goes, you mean you wouldn't give me any money? I go, nope, you get $1 for every year of hell you put me through, man. Now, just Siam Reap to see Anchor Tom and Anchor Watt. That's it. Let's put it this way, CBGB. She's a half German, half Russian. Hillbilly from Alabama is where her family comes from. Background was Youngbloods or some shit like that, was it? So a little bit Indian in there too, right? But she's an evil bitch. She accused me of cheating all the fucking time when I was playing with my band. Okay? She'd drink like fucking, 12-pack every fucking day and go play bingo twice a day when I didn't have any money. When I didn't have any money, she'd go gamble like $100 of my money a day away, man. And then if she did win, she wouldn't tell me about it to give me any money back. She'd just keep it and blow that too. Playing them fucking pull tabs and fucking 2 bingo sessions a day, man. What the fuck? I mean, add up, that's like $700 a week, man. She could go to bingo twice. This area here, you can go to bingo. Now, if she was just buying a fucking regular setup for like $8-10, that'd be okay. But she had to play them fucking bucket pull tabs, man, you know, where you get dents in your thumbs. Every time I went, man, if I went and won, you know, I'd split it with her, right? But no, she hit the fucking coverall one time for like $1,200 and didn't even tell me about it, man. The stepdaughter, her daughter that I didn't know about when I hooked up with her until I got hooked on that pussy, because she was hot when she was younger, man. I got hooked on that pussy. Nah, she was the fucking devil, Steve. I lived with the devil for 16 fucking years, man. That's why I'm kind of, how do you put it? Reprehensible. What is it? What is it? I'm kind of leery of getting married because I never married her. So I said, why would I marry the devil? That's why when it finally got down to the point where she wasn't getting the kids off to school and shit, and I got military shit I got to take care of, and she's not getting the kids off to school and shit, I told her, fuck you, get your ass out of here, man. Yeah, I'm PTSD, man. I wish I was getting $3,600 fucking dollars a month. I made my money with the cab company. I got a meager pension, enough to live off of. But when I sold that cab company, I put it all into gold and silver, man. And fucking both of them doing great, man. Gold's up over 3,300. Silver's like what, 38? I bought silver at $8, $8 an ounce, man. It's like 38 now, I think. Gold I bought at 1680, and now it's up over 33. Every time I win some money, I'll buy XRP. I did fuck up though when I went to Mexico that year. Bitcoin dropped down to below 40,000. And me, like a dumbass, I didn't fucking trade any of that gold and put it into Bitcoin. I should have took half the gold and put it into Bitcoin. Then I'd be a millionaire right now, man. Because I think today it was up to 90 something. It went down to 80, now it's back up to 95, 96, something like that. I wouldn't hold that shit. I'd wait till it jumped about 20,000 and I'd cash it out and I'd wait for it to drop back down like the rich people do. I'd wait till it dropped back down and then buy it again and then wait till it went back up and then sell off profits and whatever. That's how you do it. On Fidelity, I can set the app. No, it's not Fidelity. It's on the Uphold app. I can set the app to take the profit on the XRP. That whenever I get a profit, it'll actually take out the profit and save it at 4%. The app's called Uphold. For trading crypto. Uphold. Yeah, I got Shit Shock. Well, that fucking, her nephew, the one's gonna help me with that shit. He tried to sneak up on me at the cigarette place. I was sitting in the car doing something, I had a knife in my fucking hand, and he like sticks his head in the window. I go, man, you're lucky I fucking knew who you were. I go, I see what I got in my fucking hand? He goes, oh. And he goes, what are you here for? I said, I'm buying some fucking cigarettes, man. He goes, oh, well, let me buy them for you, man. I'll get you a pack. What are you smoking? I said, Winston. So he comes out with it. He says, I said, why are you buying me cigarettes? He goes, well, I figure I owe you. Finally, he's realizing that when he was 16 years old, I let him live with me. Right? After I kicked her ass out, right? He had his own bedroom. He had a fucking VCR. He had all that shit, man. Stereo and shit. His mom was a fucking total drunk. My baby's mama's sister, total fucking drunk, fucking bar hag. So I had to take care of him. The IRS fucked me out of the earned income credit for him. I told the bitch, I said, if you don't pay me my fucking money, I'm not filing taxes anymore. I told her right on the fucking phone. So the IRS to this day owes me $1,650. Bar hag. That's right. She's a fucking bar hag. The kind that sits at the end of the bar and drinks fucking shots and a beer, and then when she wants more beer, she'll take a guy in the back room and suck his dick so she can get more booze, you know, that kind of bitch, you know. I once got a blowjob for $7, not from her, but I once got a blowjob from one of her friends that hung out a bar hag on my birthday. Uh, her name was Anna. Anna, I think was her name. Yeah, Anna. And for a bottle of Banana Red, Mad Dog, and $7, I got a blowjob, man. On my birthday blowjob in a taxi cab because I was sitting in the back by the lot where I had, because I had an apartment with a taxi cab lot behind it, right? That was my lot where I parked the taxi cabs at, right? Because I had 12 cabs I could fit in there. And I sat in one of the cabs and she came over and sucked my dick for a bottle of Banana Red and $7, man. Now that's a cheap blowjob, man. Well, I went down to the corner bar to find me an old bar hag. She said, "Hey man, I need something to drink tonight." I said, "Come on over to my taxi cab and suck on my wing for me, and I'll go out and get you a bottle of Banana Red." You heard it. I got me a blowjob for a bottle of Banana Red. I tell you, that drunken bitch could give up some damn good head. So I told her, if you swallow, I'll give you $7. So for $7 and a bottle of Banana Red, I got me some head. I bought a BJ on an Amsterdam street in 1981 for 12. But yeah, but then it cost you more than $12 to wash the taste out of your mouth, didn't it, CBGB? But the $12, you know, you couldn't get the taste out of your mouth with the whiskey with $12, right? I got you on that one, man. I got you on that one. You're always fucking jigging on me, telling fucking Wishy that he's mine. He's mine. Deuce Volk, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Just left the club about, what, an hour ago. Came over to Dunkin' Donuts. Sitting here drinking my coffee. Made a short about the motorcycles in the Crown Vic that hit like over 3,500 in like less than 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know where it's at now. I hope it's at over 10,000 now. I hope it's over 10,000 now. Yeah, that's what I've been since I've been back, man. I got a lot of business to take care of, and I've been buying shit off of Amazon and stuff. I got a new phone. I could do a phone unboxing if you want. I already fucking opened it up and charged it, but I could re-unbox it. I'm doing good, man. All I'm doing is like, oh fuck. Basically hanging out at the pub, and then I'll go do some like VA appointments, and then like this week I got more VA appointments. They want me to do tests up in Chicago, so I'm gonna have to go do some tests, you know. I bought a new phone after I paid for the phone, and then I figured out that this phone is fucking dual SIM anyway. You got to put the SIMs in sideways on this phone. It's like a hack. You instead of putting the SIM card in the normal way, you put the SD card. So I actually hold an SD card and two SIMs. So I bought another one. Bought a brand new one. The batteries. This one I checked the battery health. The battery health's down to about, because I use it all the time, man. I'll be watching like SVU Special Victims when I'm someplace or whatever. I'll be betting sports on FanDuel all day long. I hit good today, man. I hit 3 bets with the cups, man. I got two $16 bets. One paid $111 and something, and the other $16 bet paid $130. And then with the money I had left that I left in there, I put like $10 on Golden State to come back and win at halftime, and for that tall, lanky white dude, 28, to not get 16 points and not get 12 rebounds. I had 11 and a half and 15 and a half, and he missed 2 free throws, so I won that bet too. Yeah, I owe the old guy that sits next to me, Jimmy. I owe him a pizza tomorrow. I got to buy a large pizza at the pub. Sunday's pizza special anyway, so I think you can get an extra large pizza for $20. Yeah, I was watching that game, man. I was sitting at the bar watching the game, man. They stay open 24/7, but not inside. You know, that's why sometimes I gotta leave out of here, because I can piss over by the fence back here, or pee in a cup and throw it out in the parking lot. Either way. But if I gotta take a dump, man, then I gotta go over by the train station or go back to the house and either shit in the tent or go and wake my brother up and use the bathroom, you know. He's in bed like I don't think he ever stays up past 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's what the guy next to me would have won a bet if he didn't score that basket, right? The dunk was on the time live. The ref said it was good, but no way, because it sounded like the buzzer went off for. You know what it was though, Dungzoy? Jokic threw it up. He grabbed it in time. It was like 3 seconds on the clock, and he slammed it. So now the thing is if the ball was below the cylinder when it hit 0, even if his hand's on the ball, it still counts. If you're taking a shot, your hand has to be off the ball for it to count. So there wasn't enough to overturn it. You know, it was real close. That could have went either way. But if it went to overtime, then my big fucking white dude would have got more rebounds and more points, and then I would have lost my bet. So I said, fuck it, I'm happy with it, you know. So I won the $57, and he lost his. But he puts too many fucking bets. He had parlays for like Green to get so many points and so to get so many points and all. He puts like 10 fucking things on a bet, man. You know, it's hard to hit those, man. I had 3 things. I had what's that big white dude's name? Senga or whatever the fuck his name is, 28. I had that he wouldn't get 16 points and he wouldn't get 12 rebounds. And he missed 2 free throws. Yeah, there was no way they could overturn it. Because, I mean, his hands were I think his hands were still on top of the ball, but the ball was below the cylinder, below the rim. It was in the net below the rim because he dunked it, right? His name's Gordon, right? Senga. I had that he wouldn't get 16 points, and he wouldn't get because he had 6 at halftime, and then he wouldn't get. He had 5 at halftime points, but then he had 6 rebounds, and I had that he wouldn't get 12 rebounds, right? Yeah, and I had 15 and a half, less than 15 and a half. So imagine if he made those free throws. He missed both those fucking free throws. If he makes one of the free throws, I lose the bet, man. Yeah, that's what I had under. It was under 15 and a half and under 11 and a half. So I won by the hook on both of those, man. The hook. The plus. 15 and a half, 11 and a half. He had exactly 15 and 11. That's right. So I won by the hook on both of those, man. That was a $10 bet, betting them to win and him to do that, just those 2 things. That was $57, man. What did CB say? I can't see what CB said, man. What the fuck? Caitlin Clark is a better player than LeBron. Well, you know, Jimmy Butthole was in the fucking crowd. He wasn't playing either, right? And they still won without Jimmy Butthole. I'll tell you, I told the guy when he made all those bets, I said, take Gordon to make some points. He goes, what do you mean? I said, they always go to Gordon in the fourth quarter, man, and he always gets the fucking points. He'll hit a three, or he'll go inside and get the basket and get fouled. I said, they always go to him in the fourth quarter, man. Because he had, I don't know how much he had at halftime, but I know he scored a lot of fucking second half points, man. Gordon? What's his name? Alex Gordon? Alex Gordon? I'm taking the Timberwolves. What do you think, Dungzoy? For tomorrow, I'm going to take the Timberwolves. Plus, he owes me $5, Dungzoy. When I had that taxi company years ago, I was on the north side of Chicago at a Dunkin' Donuts like this. And across the street, there's a Church's Chicken. And I'm sitting in a taxi cab because I dropped the load off up there, and I went to... I dropped it off by the Jollibees up there on Elsden. Elsden and Belmont? That corner there? And this big black guy walks up to my passenger side window on the passenger side, and he goes, hey man, you got like $5 for a chicken dinner? And I go, what? I go, I usually don't give money, dude. I go, but if you want, I'll take you in Dunkin' Donuts and you can get anything you want, man. He goes, well, I'm homeless and I'm a baller. I go, what do you mean you're homeless and you're a baller? He goes, well, I play ball and I'm homeless. I says, well, you know what? Here's my card. I says, you can come down to Indiana on the train, and yeah, it's on the north side of Chicago. And I said, you can come down to my place and wash taxi cabs. I'll pay you to wash taxi cabs and shit. And he goes, well, I can't do that because I don't have an address and shit. I said, fuck, you can use my address or whatever. He goes, no, I just want the $5 for the chicken. I go, all right. I said, I'm going to trust you. I said, but I'm going to sit here and watch you go in there. And he did. He took the $5 and he went into the Church's Chicken, right? And I'm fucking sitting there, and I'm not thinking anything, right? And then I leave, and then, what, 3-4 years later, I see this guy playing for the Chicago Bulls. I go, that's the motherfucker I borrowed $5 to. He's making millions of dollars playing for the fucking Bulls? I'm serious, Dungsley. He owes me $5, man. I gave him $5 when he was homeless. I guess he was homeless and playing for Marquette. Yeah, Jimmy Butler owes me $5, Dungsley. He said I'm homeless and I'm a baller, but he wasn't playing for the Bulls then. I guess he was playing for Marquette, yeah. While he was at Marquette, he borrowed $5 from me at Elsden and Belmont by the Dunkin' Donuts, man, to go eat Church's Chicken. He said, I'm a homeless baller. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? I didn't, I just gave him the money. I said, fuck it. He did go to the Church's Chicken. He used it there. But, I didn't know who the fuck this guy was, man. And like I said, 3-4 years later, I'm watching a Bulls game and I'm seeing him play. I go, what the fuck? I go, that's the guy I loaned $5 to, man. Fuck, if I meet him now, I'm going to tell him, you owe me like 100 times what I loaned you, man, because it's been all this time with the interest, I've never ran into him since then, though. Yeah, well, I didn't know that I didn't know anything about him, Doug. So all I know is a big, tall black dude's asking me for $5 to go eat chicken, And I was, I had a taxi company at the time. Nah, he's not evading me. I did run into Michael Jordan after that, man. I was at the Horseshoe Casino and I had to use the bathroom. I ran in and bam, my face hit him in the chest. I actually touched Michael Jordan, man. No, I bet you if I was to run into him again, I'd tell him, hey, remember that $5 I loaned you at the fucking Dunkin' Donuts at Elsden and Belmont? I said, you think you can give me my $5 back with some interest? I said, you were hungry and I bought your church's chicken, damn it. My face hit him in the chest, man. I was running into the bathroom to take a piss at the Horseshoe Casino, and there was this woman in a yellow jacket, security, standing outside the door, but I ran right past her, and he's coming out, and bam! He's like, it was like hitting a fucking brick wall, man. I fucking bumped it, my head hit him right in the fucking chest. I said, sorry, Mike. And I ran over to the pisser and started taking a piss. And he looked at me like, what? He's not going crazy trying to, like harass me or anything? Because I just said, sorry, Mike. Went over to the fucking urinal and took a piss, man. I met Ditka up there, too, at the Horseshoe Casino. He was waiting on his limo. Yeah, well, he's tall, I'll tell you that, because when I ran into him, my fucking face planted in his fucking chest, man. But imagine, I got to actually touch bodies with Michael Jordan, man. And then I met Mike Ditka, I met Mongo. Rode the roller coasters at Six Flags with Otis Wilson and his lady with my fucking devil woman on the American Eagle. Then I got when at the Maristar Casino they had the band play with Hampton and all them, and Mongo wasn't playing. He was just sitting there. They were autographing shit and stuff, and I sat in the corner with him and talked to him for about an hour. I asked him, I says, what do you think about? I was talking to him mostly about wrestling and shit with like Ric Flair and shit, And he smoked more than I did. That's pretty fucking bad. Mongo smoked more than I did. Otis Redding played at your birthday party, CBGB. Oh, and I met Richie Blackmore at the muffin shop, the old muffin shop in Hilton Hotel in Fresno, California. I was working security there when I was looking after my grandmother. And he come walking through the lobby. This guy goes, I heard noise like 5 in the morning, tink, 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 coming from this guy's room. Can you check it out? And I just walked over to see who it was. I said, that's fucking Richie Blackmore. He's probably practicing his licks. And he comes walking up and puts his hands in the air like, joking around like I'm going to arrest him or something. I said, put your fucking hands down, man. I said, sign my notebook, man. And I had that fucking devil woman fucking lost my notebook, too. And then I got to eat breakfast with him, Roger Glover, and Dave Rosenthal in the muffin shop. And they gave me a backstage pass, and they were opening up for Blue Oyster Cult back then. That's when they had that asshole, what the fuck's his name? Joe Lynn Turner. That's backstage. He's autographing girls' breasts with a fucking gold felt tip. Yeah, I could have hired O.J. Simpson to do something. No, I don't want to. Actually, she got a new boyfriend after I kicked her out. And my daughter came over crying, and she's like, oh, he beats us. I went over there on my motorcycle, and I told him, I said, dude, I says, she might be your woman now. I said, but don't fucking, I said, you can fuck her in her ear. I said, you can pimp her off. I said, but don't hit her in front of my daughter. I'll have to come over and kill your ass, man. I said, that's my daughter's mom, right? I said, you can't do that, man. And he's fucking going all ape shit and chasing her around a lot because she's running around and saying, he's going, she's going to marry me. She's going, no, I'm not. She's running around and shit. I'm laughing. I said, just don't touch her no more, man. I go back to the house, and about a half an hour later, a Hammond cop comes up. He said, I heard you had an altercation at this place here, and you said he's going to kill somebody. And my daughter says, he didn't say kill. He says, if you touch her like that again, I'll give you a thrill. He started laughing, and he walked away. I had so much shit, man. Like, I met the Zodiac. I met fucking Dr. Drew. I had Dr. Drew in the back of my taxi. I partied all night with fucking Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes. Took him to every titty bar in fucking Chicago Heights and Matson out there. Then I got the fucking jam up in the hotel room with him and shit with an acoustic guitar. Yeah, there's a stream about it, CBGB. That's what Will Travels wants me to do another one about it. I told him all about it. You know, I'm not going through this shit again, man, you know. Yeah, but you owe the guy that was driving the cab at Elston and Belmont $5. He gave you $5 for Church's chicken. There you go. Tell him that. So remember the cab driver with the long fuzzy hair that gave you fucking money for Church's chicken? Yeah, he will. No, he won't be embarrassed. Just he was homeless. Fuck it. I loaned him the money. He was homeless. You know, he didn't. Well, I tried to give him a card where my business was at, but he didn't want it. I told him you could wash cabs, take the train down, wash cabs. I'll pay you. I offered him a job and gave him $5, man. He might have been able to get a BJ off that same girl that I got one from for fucking buying her a bottle of Banana Red, right? He had a hard life like me when he's younger. You know what the fuck? I understand. It's only $5. What the fuck? You know? If somebody gave me $5 though, and I got like a lot of money like he's got, I would hunt down everybody that ever loaned me any money and I'd give it back to him. Man. Yeah, probably. But if I was to make 300 plus million and everybody that ever loaned me $1 or whatever, shit, I'd make sure they all got their money back, man. With some interest. Got to give them some interest. Shit, that was before he was with the Bulls. So how many years ago was that, man? That was a long time ago, man. Fuck, I was like, I think, man, it's got to be like 20 years ago. More than that, probably. Because I was still driving a taxi for my company. I'd go out and make money. That money went in my pocket, right? But I was still doing that. And I was banging that chick up in Sycamore. That's another reason why I was up there. I was getting ready to leave out of there and go, you know. So it was before 2011 then. It was before 2011. Well, it had to be between those years then, right there between 2008 and 2011, right? So how many years ago is that, man? Figure it out. Say it was right before he started playing with Marquette. Let's say it was 2007. We'll take that off of 25. And what do you get? That's fucking 18 years ago? No, it's got to be longer than that. Maybe he wasn't even in college then yet. I don't know. He was about that age though. He could have still been in high school, you know? I don't know where he played in high school. Did he play on the north side of Chicago for high school? Because the only thing he said is, I'm a homeless baller. But then when I saw him, you know, he's not the ordinary black guy, right? You know, so when I saw him, I said, that's the motherfucker I loaned $5 to, man. Because I'm thinking more like about 20 years ago, so maybe more about, he had to be playing high school ball in Chicago there, man. North side, like Elston and Belmont. That area there is where he's hanging out. I don't even know if the Church's Chicken is still there. The Dunkin' Donuts probably still is. It's up by the Micro Center there, too. There's a Micro Center on Elston, unless they tore it down. I mean, that's how many years ago. It's been a long fucking time, man. Because I know I wasn't 50 yet. I was younger than 50, man. I was probably like in my late 40s, man. I could have been 50, but I'm thinking late 40s, man. Well, then it had to be 18 years ago then, which means I was 50 when I loaned him the fucking money, man. I didn't think I was that old. I guess I was, man. Because I didn't sell the cab company till what? When did I get rid of the cab company? I'm trying to think. I got rid of the cab company in like, see, 2018, 2017, probably around 2016, 2017, I got rid of it. Then I started drawing my fucking pension that I could have been drawing when I was, young. Yeah, because I didn't draw my pension till like 5 years after I was able to get it, so that would have been 55. So you take 2008, add 5 years to it, that's 2013. So yeah, probably about 2015 is when I closed the cab company up. Yeah, all I remember is I loaned him $5. But didn't he live in Chicago? He lived in Chicago though, right? Down his line. Maybe it was between semesters or something. He was back with, because I think he lived with his stepmom or some shit like that. You will be incontinent soon. Well, then I'll just have to buy some fucking Depends and carry a cup around with me, right? Pee in the cup all the time, man. So you don't spray all over yourself, right? When you get old, it's hard to keep that stream straight, man. It sprays all over the place, man. But I'll still be guapo. I'll still be handsome, man. I can't believe that fucking 45-year-old fucking bitch with 3 kids in a bar told me, "Oh, you have such beautiful eyes." And I showed her them girls from Vietnam. She said, "I don't want to see your girlfriend." So you know what she wanted. She was trying to hook up with the old man. She just bullshitted me about a bunch of shit, man. She said she had her own fucking business, but yet she didn't have enough money to get a fucking pizza. How can you have your own business and not have enough money to buy a pizza to take back to your kids, right? Divorced. That's trouble, man. You get with them divorced women, that's trouble, man. Did anybody look CBGB? Check out the short that says Crown Vic and Harley's and see how many views it's got, man. I don't want to stop the live stream yet. If I have to stop the live stream, I'll stop the live stream and see, man. Tell me that it's got 10,000 views already, man. That'd be great. I've had a couple that hit 10,000 views before. That one surprised the fuck out of me. I just decided to do it as I was walking out of the bar. And I didn't even get in Batmobile. I just got Bat. I said, "Whose is this?" Bat. I was going to say Batmobile because you can see the car there. The Batmobile. Yeah, I'll probably stay up all night, go to the casino, and then I'll probably go crawl in my tent tomorrow. It's going to be 65 and sunny. So that means I can even unzip the fucking windows. Unzip the windows and lay down in there, man. Ooh, it's going to be perfect. Perfect, man. Roll off the air mattress and have myself a cigarette. Sit in my little chair I got in there, man. My little table and chair. Got some guy pulled up next to me here with his lights on. I don't know. Oh, is that the dude from the Mirror Star? Yeah, that's who it is. What have you been doing?
Man, what are you doing here, man?
I'm live streaming, man.
Ah.
I'm live streaming, drinking coffee. I just came from the bar, man.
Huh?
I came here from the bar about an hour ago, man. I hit fucking 3 bets on FanDuel today. And they started pumping up the music, so I was dancing in the fucking bar and shit and stuff. And then I walked out, I made a short. It hit like 3,500 views like in 5 minutes. I said Crown Vic and Harley Davidson's, and I panned it. You got a shitload of views, man.
All right, well, when are you going back, man? When are you going back to Vietnam?
I just got back. I've been back about 3 weeks. I've been back about 3 weeks.
You stayed 2 months?
2 months? I was gone 7 fucking months.
7?
Yeah. I should have stayed 1 more month. It's too fucking cold.
Too damn cold, man.
I should have waited 1 more month, man. You still going to Ameristar?
I just came out of there.
Ameristar?
Yeah.
How much are their baccarat tables?
$10.
You go to Hard Rock. I've been playing at Hard Rock. I've been winning over there. You got to make $50 bets most of the time, man.
$10. I just came out of there. I'm doing Uber and Lyft now.
I sat down. The last time I was there with my high school buddy, he's playing slots. I sat down. The first time, I was down 700.
Wow.
I said, fuck, I'm going to buy him for another fucking 1,000, right? And then he comes over, well, I'm going to leave. I lost all my money. I go, well, I says, I can loan you some money. He says, well, can you loan me 100? I'll pay you tomorrow. I go, yes. I gave him 100. Motherfucker hits a $3,000 jackpot, right? While I'm playing. I'm up. I got all my money back plus 500 to the good, right? And I said, let me cash up. I said, I got to go get him or he'll put all the fucking money back, right? So I cashed out. That was the first time. But the last time I went there, I sat down. It was a $50 table. They didn't have no 20. Sometimes they have $25. What is that saying? Battery what? Oh, 20%. I'm gonna have to fucking end the live stream soon. But anyway, so I put the player bet $60 and I put $10 on the fucking dragon. And on the very first hand, I hit 30 to 1.
Wow.
I said, should I get up and leave or what? I said, I don't want him to think I'm a fucking bum. So I hung around and fucking I gave about 100 back. And so I got up and I went and played video poker and I hit 4 aces and got that back. Then I went over to the fucking Chinese machine where he was playing at next to that. And I hit a $500 hit on that by stopping it during the bonus fucking spins, because I don't play slots, right? But he was fucking busy fucking around, and he didn't want to leave, and I rode with him, right? So I stopped the fucking machine. I got the whole screen of fucking all the same symbols in the bonus screen, right? It wasn't a jackpot or nothing, but it paid about 500. Then I go to the shitter. I'm taking a piss. I'm in the fucking shitter. I look at the floor. There's 3 fucking $100 bills laying on the floor on the fucking shitter, you know, behind it. So I picked it up. I said, "Fuck, it's going in my pocket, man." So I ended up winning about $1,000, man.
Man, you a lucky guy. I can't get nothing going in the background, man.
Well, you gotta play both sides, you know. You can't play banker all the fucking time, man.
I play with the house. I notice banker is always winning, you know, but they goddamn, they turn me into a play around and kill me.
I like the $50 bets. You know why? Because you'll hit like right away. You might win like 4 or 5 hands. Fuck, I'm happy with that. If I leave with $300-400 of their money, I'm happy, man. I get the fuck up and leave.
So you ahead this year?
Oh yeah, I was down on the sports betting on FanDuel till today. Now I'm up about $50 on the sports betting. Because I won like $200 today. I was down like about 150, so I'm up about 50.
I don't know, man.
You know the excuse they used to kick me out of fucking Ameristar, right? They said I was doing disruptive behavior in the fucking lounge.
That shit is going down bad, man.
I was winning. I was up 48,000 that year. 48 grand. And the fucking host, you know, Nick, I don't know if he's still working there or not, but the greasy-haired Nick guy, he comes up to me, he goes, aren't you going to try for your elite? I go, why? I go, every time I get the elite card, you guys look at me like fucking I'm crazy when I ask you for a fucking pack of cigarettes. I said, with the gold card, I can still eat in the fucking lounge and fuck around, make my sports bets and go home. I says, why would I try to fucking go? Because I would need to have to gamble about an extra $4,000 to get them fucking points, right? And then the black dude sitting at the table next to me, he dropped about something between 1,000 and 2,000 on the fucking floor when he was pulling out his tickets. We were comparing the sports tickets. And the maid came up, the cleaner, and I told her, don't touch that. She goes, what? I said, don't touch that. I said, go get security. So they came and they got the money, right? They took this black guy's money, right? I went looking to the baccarat room, because I know he sports betted and he baccarat, right? I went all over the place looking for him. I couldn't find him. So 2 days later, I'm in the lounge and he sits down. I go, did you get your money back? He goes, this is where I lost it? I go, yeah. I said, security's got your money. They didn't want to give it to him. They made me sign a fucking affidavit saying that it was his fucking money, that he's the one that dropped it on the floor, because I told him that the security guard that day that the black guy dropped the money. I said, so I had to write a fucking affidavit. They were going to use that for their fucking Christmas party. You know that? They were going to use that for their Christmas party. So about a week later, they come in there, because, everybody come up, how they come up to me all the time. They go, Fuzzy, how come you're always winning? How come you always win? I go, no, I don't always win. I said, I got willpower. I said, I lose. I go, but when I lose, I come back the next day and get even where I want. I said, when I'm happy, I leave. I said, I don't care if I got 500 ahead or 200 ahead. If I'm ahead, I leave. I go to the lounge, fuck around, and make a sports bet, I said, that's like somebody getting a fucking $3,000-$4,000 pension a month, right? And they come in there and they go, disruptive behavior. And I'm saying, what this? I said, am I cussing at the fucking waitresses or what? I go, what am I doing? Blah, 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 blah. They tried to accuse me of fucking that I took fucking money out of the betting machine. They said somebody put money in the betting machine and left $900. I go, who the fuck would make a bet and put $900 bills in there and then only make $100 bet? Or either they had a ticket and they put it in there or whatever, right? And they're accusing me of that shit. I says, listen, I got my fucking money, but I'm not fucking giving you my money. And I go, besides that, I go, where the fuck is gaming? If there was a problem with me fucking taking money or something, gaming should be standing right next to you with their fucking badge, right? It was that host, that fucking skinny motherfucker with the shaved head. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he used to hang in the high limit. But he goes, well, we need to get the money. I said, you ain't getting no money out of me, motherfuckers. And I had a fucking $100 bet on the Pacers that day. And I had a three-way college with Arkansas. And I said, I'm leaving. Fuck you. They go, well, you're going to have to sign. I said, I'm not signing no fucking papers. They go, we're throwing you out for disruptive behavior. I go, whatever. I said, do what you want to do. I go, if I stole money or I did something stupid, then you'd have fucking gaming commission here, right? I go, I don't say. I said, all I see is one of your security guards and you. I said, so you can get out of my fucking face. I'm leaving if you're kicking me out, right? Disruptive behavior. Bunch of dicks.
Man, Fuzzy, what would you charge a guy from the casino? I took him to Wind Creek tonight. And Homewood.
Wind Creek and I've heard of that place. I've never been there. Where's it at?
It's right off Halsted in 294.
Okay, it's by Tinley Park.
No, it's not. Homewood.
Halsted and Tinley Park is.
No, Homewood, Halsted and 294.
Oh, okay, Halsted.
You go over here on Torrance.
Not Harlem, Halsted. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
I just came out of there. Listen, the guy asked me he wants to go and stay with him 4 days in Long Island, New York, riding by the car. I met him doing Uber and Lyft. He's always taking care of me. Older guy. He's not driving.
Okay.
Well, what would you charge him to go from here to Long Island, New York, sit with him for 4 days, and bring him back here.
Oh, he couldn't afford it, man, unless he's a millionaire.
Huh?
He couldn't afford it unless he's a millionaire. I used to take that doctor just to fucking Michigan here and stay with him for a couple days for the weekend, and I charged him $2,500, man. So all the way to fucking New York in 4 days, you're looking 10 grand, man.
Yeah. Gonna pay that kind of...
Well, I know. That's what I said. I wouldn't do that, man. What the fuck? Because I mean, you all that wear and tear on your fucking car and shit and stuff.
I told him I gotta make $400 a day. For whatever days. If you keep me there 5 days, every day is $400. What do you think?
Yeah, but then what about the wear and tear on your car?
I mean, it's a car.
Is he gonna feed you and fucking put you up in a fucking hotel too?
Yeah, he said he pays the hotel. I paid the gas and the tolls.
Oh fuck.
So you think 400 a day is
400 plus the gas toll plus all expenses. You gotta make, cause you gotta figure every mile. That's how many miles is that?
That's about 1,700 miles.
Okay, so just let's say 16. Divide that by 4. That's 400 right there, right?
Yeah.
You got to have that for maintenance on your car. You take 25 cents a mile. You got to keep to the side for maintenance on your car all the time, man. So I would tell them I'd have to make 500 a day, and you pay all the fucking expenses, man.
Dang.
So if you go 5 days, that's 2,500 plus all the expenses. That's a deal. I used to take the doctor. Remember the doc? I used to take him to fucking Four Winds, right? And for the weekend, I'd get a hotel room, and I could do whatever the fuck. I had to babysit his drunken ass most of the time, right? But I could do what I wanted to do. And fucking, I'd take him there, and I'd get $2,500 out of it for a fucking weekend, for just one weekend, man. That's like 2.5 days, man. He's dead, you know that, right? He fucking died.
So I say 2,500 easy, huh?
Easy, plus the expenses. If it's 1,600 miles, definitely. I'd say 32. That's $2 a fucking mile. You know what I mean? That's not counting the time. Waiting time's usually $50. I told the doc, I said, waiting time's $50 an hour, man. Because in an hour in a fucking cab, I can make $50 easy, right? So you figure 1,600 miles, double that up, 3,200 plus expenses, man.
I saw you one day at that, what you did at that shopping mall in Homewood. The other day in the morning, you were there with by the Home Depot.
When was this?
About, I say 2 weeks ago.
Nope. I got back 3 weeks ago, and I haven't been nowhere out of Hammond since then, man.
No?
Nope. Maybe somebody who looked like this car, maybe fucking long hair, but not me.
Could it be? I didn't see who, I thought it was your car.
Nope. There's a car that looks just like this. There's a fucking, it's always down by the federal courthouse. Some Fed fucking narcs fucking driving it.
Man, I can't win shit, man, with that. I'm about 4,000 in the pocket.
You know how many tournaments I won? On Thursday nights, they had that tournament, right, which was less money.
Yeah.
But you'd win that first table, you automatically get $800, right? They give you $800 for winning the first table because you qualified, right? Then I won it 10 fucking times. That's $8 grand, right? They changed it to where you didn't get the $800 no more. You got $500 in betting coupons, where you had to actually bet it and win it to get the money, right? Because I'd get the $800. I wouldn't even stay for the file. I'd take the fucking $800 and leave, man. Unless I was fucking not busy doing something, then I'd play it. I won 3 of those. And the Sunday tournament, where you got $3 grand, right? I won that 5 fucking times, man, and I didn't have to buy in at all, man. So you're winning all that money without having to buy in. The one night I was playing, these Chinese guys are standing behind me. They're betting $3,000 a fucking pop. I can't I can't guess wrong. I'm getting every fucking hand right, man. I said, what the fuck? I'm only betting 50, 100, right? Because I was up. I'm betting, right? They're following me. I didn't fucking figure this out because I had asked her for a hotel room because I said, well, I had a hotel room, but I'm gambling all night. I said, can you give me another one? She said, well, we don't have any, right? So then these Chinese, like I said, they show up. They start betting 3,000 wherever I'm going, right? That rack emptied out like snap 4 fucking times. She comes running back. She goes, I found your room. I wasn't thinking, right? I said, you found me a room? She goes, yeah. I said, okay, I'll take it. She gave me one of them fucking handicap rooms with the fucking, the shower's got the seat in it and shit. I go, what the fuck? I said, oh, I know why she wanted me to get out of there. Because them Chinese guys were winning all that fucking money following what I'm betting. She wanted to get rid of me, man.
That was your night, man. That was.
Oh, I was killing them, man. Fuck, I killed them that whole year, man. 48 grand. I almost won that blackjack tournament. They let me play in that blackjack tournament. Remember I hit fucking 2 grand on the drawing too?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A. But they drew my name. I fucking hit the first blackjack hand. And it's fucking, now you can go for 3,000. You're going to get, I said, this is a house game. I said, there's no way. I said, give me the 2 grand. I'm done. And fucking, he shut the microphone off because everybody's listening and shit, right?
Want to go tonight, tomorrow, the Wing Creek?
No, I'm going to go to fucking Hard Rock again. I've been doing good there.
That shit is too packed, man.
Yeah, but I've been doing good, man. When you're doing good at a place, man, you can't leave it, man. That's like a marathon. That's why I was so fucking mad. I go, oh, you're kicking me out after you give me 2 free fucking trips to Vegas while I was camping. I went to Vegas twice and got money out of them out there too, right? And then fucking, you know, they're gonna come in there because I'm killing them, right? And then their excuse for kicking me out is I'm doing disruptive behavior. What the fuck is disruptive? Like I said, they tried to accuse me of taking. They said, well, you took a coupon out of one of the machines that didn't belong to you that had $900 on it. I go, who would leave $900 in a fucking? It was a set. It was a setup fucking shit. That is what it was.
Hey, it went down. They closed the baccarat room. Have you heard about that? They moved everything on the first floor now. They don't have enough business for all that casino they had in Ameristar. They bring him down.
My daughter was dealing over there for a couple months. She quit the post office and she was dealing over there. And she quit that job too. So they don't have the room upstairs no more, huh?
You can't even go on that baccarat room when it's all blocked in. They move everything where it used to be the poker room.
Okay.
On the second floor, they had a big poker room, and they moved the poker room at the first floor where they have all the blackjacks and everything with the high limits blackjack.
Yeah, where I used to sit at the bar down there.
Yeah.
That's where that guy with the fucking half ball, he always wears the same brown tweed jacket. I think his name's Gregory or something like that. He's a fucking jerk off.
I think that could shit.
He told me with a security guard, no fucking gaming commission, because you know I was buddy with the gaming commission, right?
Yeah.
They were friends of mine. And he goes, oh, you need to give us $800. I said, well, you're going to kick me off anyway. I'm not giving you any fucking thing. What the fuck? I said, fuck you. And I got up and I walked out to my car and left. He said, you can't come on property anywhere. I go, don't worry. I won't even fucking come on the fucking goddamn grass outside, motherfucker. I said, I don't need this fucking place.
Yeah, man. Did you see now? They got all this. You got to walk through that metal detector. Now they got all that camera recognizing face. All this guy got kicked out. They all got caught.
Well, they were doing that at the Horseshoe too. I can't go on the Horseshoe either.
Estebano, all this guy.
There I had to sign a paper though, because I was fucking card counting. And I told the fucking pit boss. He's laughing and shit. And I lost like about 1,000 at Baccarat, and I got it all back at the blackjack in about an hour and a half. And the whole table's winning. Because I'm telling him, hey, now's the time to shove. And he's laughing. He goes, oh, your brain's a computer, ain't it? I go, yeah, I played Baccarat, man. I go, I said, I'm counting fucking cards. Don't you realize that? And he's laughing. He goes, yeah, sure. And I was. And he come back again, and I go, everybody push all in this hand. This is the hand to win. He goes, yeah, you're counting cards. We know, yeah. The next day, they took me down to that fucking office they got there. They go, you were counting cards. I said, I told the motherfucker twice that I was counting cards. I said, I didn't do anything fucking wrong. They go, you got to sign this paper. You can't go on any Caesar's property anywhere. I can't even go to fucking Harris and Joliet. That's owned by fucking Caesars, man. Anywhere in the whole fucking world, there's no way I can go on Caesars because I was counting cards, man.
Man, they got you bad at the horseshoe, huh?
Yeah, well, you know what? I used to count cards there all the time, man. Did you see the doc, how much money he used to win playing blackjack? You know how he won all that money? Because I'm telling him what to fucking do, man. I'm telling him when to bet big and when not to bet big. Who was carrying the chips to the fucking cashier window for him and cashing with my hands in the air going, this ain't my money, it's his money, because I don't want to get charged the taxes, right? I said, this is his money. We're sitting up in the buffet at the Horseshoe. I got $22,000 sitting on the fucking table, and the fucking security comes up and goes, whose money is that? I go, well, according to me right now, it's mine. I go, but really, it's his. I said, but he's so fucking drunk, eggs and shitters on his shirt. I said, I can't trust him. Well, you're going to have to put it in your pocket or leave. I said, I'll put it in my pocket. And I took him home. I gave the money to his fucking daughter, the splitsies, right? I gave him half to his daughter. And the fucking next day, he goes, where's the money? I go, I gave it to your daughter. The daughter stole the fucking money from him, man.
Man.
Yes, you can, Lex. You just got to be good. You got to have a computer brain like me, man. Bloody heck, you eat at Dunkin' Donuts so much, I thought you were a cop and allowed it. No. Yeah, I got kicked off the fucking the Horseshoe Caesars. All you got to do is, once you know there's no fucking high cards in there, it's all low cards, you got to lower your bet way the fuck down, man. Because then it fucking, it favors the house when the low cards are in there. But they weren't doing, they weren't doing 8 decks though. They were doing about six decks. But you see a shitload of face cards and aces come out right away in the beginning of the shoe, you know to lower your bet down. If they don't come out, then you know it's time to start pushing the money out there.
So what you betting?
He's going. The guy you are talking to has an accent like Rosanna Dana. No, I'm Rosanna Dana. Where are you from? They want to know what country, what accent.
Who?
Your accent.
Serbian.
He's Serbian. The best pussy I ever had in my life was Serbian. Her name was Diane Vuchko. She fucking molested me in my backyard. Before I could get in the house, she jumped my bones.
Why? Who you got chatting with? You chatting?
From my channel. The people that are all on my channel, they're all chatting.
Got a lot of people follow you?
Yeah, I got over 2,000 subs. Over 2,000.
I watch you in Vietnam when you post all those videos and everything. It's just that...
You got to see the Juice Man. Watch the Juice Man video. That was the pimp. The British guy that was over there with me, man. He's the one that told me. I didn't even know. The guy takes his phone out and starts scrolling like this. He goes, which one do you want? Right? He's scrolling. It was fucking about $40. They would send them right to your room for fucking $40. They stay all fucking night. And they weren't hookers. What they were is like, say the girl worked at the Dunkin' Donuts here, but she had a motorcycle payment coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd only fuck 2 guys a month, but she'd make a little bit of extra money. She figures if she's gonna get fucked, she might as well make some money. The British guy, the first one he got, he said her fucking pussy was so goddamn tight. I go, that's because she's not a hooker, man. She's not a hooker. She's just working part-time side job, you know? Man, it's fucking cold. What did you do, man? Did you ask for this fucking weather or what?
Fuck no, man. Did you see how I'm all dressed up, man? I hate it, man. I hate it. I'm thinking about taking a vacation somewhere.
Where I was at in Vietnam, right now it's probably about fucking 75 degrees at night. It's probably going to get up to about 85 today there. I got a beach 180 feet from my fucking hotel room. There's a swimming pool on the roof where the Russian bitches lay out on the fucking, with their ass floss bikinis on and shit, man. Fucking get a coffee there for $1. You get fucking sodas 3 for $1. You get the fucking Subway sandwiches for $1, you know, like the banh mi's, Subway sandwiches. You can get a McDonald's combo. I don't know what they charge you for a Big Mac combo. Fries, Coke, and a fucking Big Mac for less than $5, man. You
And
can
all that money we spend here in the casino, we could have a vacation there for 6 months.
Here's what kills me. I come back, I pay $8 a pack for these motherfuckers. Over there, I'm smoking cigarettes just as good as this. They're called 555 Estate Golds, right? They're British American tobacco. $1.50 a fucking pack, man. I save $400 a month over there just on cigarettes, man.
So with the U.S. passport, how long you could stay there?
90 days. You pay $25 for a visa. I stayed 90 days. Well, I stayed 80-something days. Then I flew to the Philippines. I stayed in the Philippines for about 21 to 20. I can't remember. It was right at Christmas time. The reason I stayed so long is I didn't think my visa would get approved for Vietnam, right? So I waited till after the 1st, because the holidays, and then I applied for it. It went right through. I went right back to fucking Vietnam. I stayed there for the rest of the time. I didn't stay in the lot, though, in the mountains. The first time I stayed in the mountains for 2 months, and I went down to the beach, right? This time I went straight back to, it's called Nha Trang, right? NHA train. A lot of Russians. A lot of fucking Russians there, man. Russians, Kazakhstan, and Belarusians. These 3 Belarusian girls, one decent looking, one real pretty, and one big fat fucking slut. They grabbed my Russian friend that fucking does IT work there. His name's Lenar, right? They took him up to the room. They fucking forced him to fuck the fat girl. They held him down and he had to fuck the fat girl, man.
Next time when you go, I want to go. You tell me we plan.
September.
We plan a trip up there, and I'm gonna take a trip with you. It's
Sep-
always good to go with somebody that knows the area.
September.
You already got everything lined up?
No, I got it lined up. I haven't bought the ticket yet, but I'm getting ready to pop on it. Once I buy the ticket, man, it's probably going to be the end of September or the beginning of October. There's a flight with Korean Air that goes all the way to Korea from Chicago, one stop, and then right into fucking the city that I'm going to. You don't even got to go to Ho Chi Minh. You go right to the train. He's asking her, do you know the Joker from Denver? Yochik? No, he doesn't know Yochik. He knows banker player Thai.
That's it.
That's all he knows.
I'm a Baccarat player. Tell him I don't play any other game.
You can ask this guy here, too. He'll tell you. Everybody said, they call me Fuzzy there, right? Fuzzy, how come you always win? How come you always? And I tell them, what
That's
you got?
why they kick you out, because you've been taking their money.
Disruptive behavior. All they can see is this bench here and the fucking posters on the wall. They're not even looking at me now. I got to face them towards the bench and the fucking thing here. Okay, 2 hours, peeps. 2 hours. Time to close it down. He's saying Joker's from Serbia too, you know, from the Nuggets. They want to know if you know Joker. You know the Joker?
I'm looking at the side, huh?
They want to know if you know Joker.
Joker?
Yeah, from Denver, the basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jokic.
Yeah, of course. That tall guy?
Yeah, Jokic. They want to know. Now, he doesn't know him personally, but he knows who you're talking about. Okay, I'm going to shut this down. You get this look at me. You get to look at my ugly, fuzzy fucking face now. Here we go. Bless you all. I hope you get everything you fucking desire. Get out and do fucking something. Don't sit in the fucking house and jerk your dick. Go out and do something, okay? Enjoy yourself. Adios, motherfuckers, okay? Adios.
Have you been with Jason yet?